Hello, my YouTube friends. This is John at Left-Handed Models. Maybe I should do left-handed stuff. This is my stash ad video. I had a few things. The last one I did was in February, the middle of February. So I thought, well, I better do this. Today's 30th of April, and this is one of the kits I got. I get it's a used kit, and the hobby store that I use sells on consignment some models, and I've never had this one, and so it looks pretty nice. And all of the chrome is really gold instead of chrome, so that's something that would be different, and I'm all for different. I've seen this kit around, and this says it's a 1996 version, and it is a monogram, and it's been started at one time, and then the hobby store owner was kind enough to strip all the paint, so I can start from scratch on that and build it the way I want. And the next one is the Bantam Blast, also from that hobby store. And the hobby store is, he advertises in Scale Model Cars, the magazine, and he's in Owasso, Oklahoma, and he is the closest real hobby shop to me right now. So, you know, we have hobby towns and hobby lobbies and things like that, but he only has hobby stuff. He has trains, planes, a lot of military, all kinds of stuff, and he keeps up with the cars that are in vogue. I'm hoping to take this Bantam Blast and build a Wild Willie Borsch is altered. I've ordered the decals and they're already here, and so I'm looking forward to it. The thing that I may have to change is build a bigger wing, because Wild Willie had a big wing over all the cars, all his cars that I've ever seen. So that's the first part of my video. My next bit of stash came from I wouldn't call him a collector. I think he's a reseller. He's a truck driver, and so it took a while to get him where he was in town and I could get to him. But he had a bunch of kits for sale for a single price, and it's all stuff that it's worthy of building. This one had been opened, but everything's inside. Did I tape it up? Yes, I taped it back up. And I had to find the instructions. So I was able to find those on ScaleMates, and I would recommend that for almost any instructions. It seems like everything is out there, so you don't have to go searching for it. I love the Williams Brothers kits. They seem to be very well fitting, and they go together well. They're easy to paint usually. I don't know about this with the multiple colors, but we'll just see how that goes. But that's one of them. And then a simple little kit that was in the group is a 1/144th scale B-26 bomber. And so that'll fit almost anywhere. And it was sealed in this black bag here, and I've had it out and checked it out, and everything looks good. And it's another one I had to find the instructions on ScaleMates, but this exact kit was there, so that was nice. The P-47 Thunderbolt, nice little kit. It was not $7.99. It was at some point, I guess. It's a 1/72nd scale airplane again, and let's see that up there. Japanese Zero by Hasegawa, 1/72nd scale, and I'm always looking for Japanese planes because they don't seem to be as produced as much as some of the American ones. This is another one I was able to find English directions for it on ScaleMates. So, and it was this exact kit, so that's nice. That'll be a nice little build. Then in this group of stash was this box for a P-47 or P-40, I'm sorry, Warhawk. The really nice thing about this is, for one thing, P40s, I've built some before, and they're always a fairly quick build. They usually go together really well, and they look accurate to me. I'm not an airplane person, but I don't mind building them. They're sort of slump busters for me. The nice thing about this kit, and it's in 1/72nd scale, is that there's actually 2 models in it. And they're both separated into plastic bags, so that was a nice find. And then this Halifax was in that group. And this kit art was on ScaleMates, and I was able to find the directions because of that. And it's a 1/72nd scale plane, and it's a fairly large plane. It's a Series 2-129. So that says to me that's a pretty old kit. And it seems to me that I remember that. And I don't usually save box art, but I may save this one. It's just really, really nice. Now, this one is not a Mitchell. It's actually an Ekranoplan A90, and I don't know what that means. It's a Russian plane, a ground effect plane. Now, if you want to see the large version of this, you go to Google and look up the Monster of the Caspian Sea. And there's a ground effect plane there that has been stranded forever. And the person I purchased this from did not know what it was. As soon as I opened it and saw the shape of the fuselage, I knew what it was. And this is a find. I think I would have given his whole price for this one kit, but I'm not telling him that. This is what it, there's a, I guess it's a monument to it in Russia, in Moscow. And this is what it looks like. And these are, I found the instructions for this kit. So I'll be building that and showing it off, because to me, this is one of my my holy grail kits. I'm just really happy to get this. So that was my little private. Oh, and the person I found that had the models was on Facebook Marketplace, and he had them all for one price, and he was real nice to deal with, and he was fairly close to my house, so I was able to just drive down and pick him up. And he also gave me a free model ship. It's an old sailing vessel along the era of pirate ships and things like that. And my hands won't fit in the camera if I show you how big it is. It is just huge. And he gave it to me free. He said, nobody wants it because it's so big. Nobody wants to build it even. And I said, I will build it to the best of my ability. The sails are in that vacuum-formed plastic, and some of them have holes in them, so I'll probably remake all of them in a white cloth or a dirty white cloth so that I've got decent sails on it. So that's for this part. That'll do, and I'll be right back. So my next little stash part is from the IPMS meeting, show and swap meet in Tulsa, Oklahoma, just a couple of weeks ago. And I picked up a A7A Corsair 2, which I have not had a Corsair, so that'll be a nice little build. It's still in the plastic, and it's a 1/72nd scale, and it's a, I think it's a fairly old kit, but of course there's no date on it. So, but it's also got decent art on the front. And then I picked up this this little plane here, a fairy flycatcher. It's a different looking plane, and so I like to pick up different looking planes. So that should be a nice little build too. It's a 1/48 scale, but it fits in this little box. So it's not a very big plane to begin with. And I like to build open build cars. And this is a Jordan, which would be from the mid 70s or early 70s. It's a 1/20th scale kit. And it is green. Definitely green. And the person I bought it from said that the blue is actually decals. So you don't even have to paint the blue. But I may do it anyway. It just depends. Oh, well, I don't know though. There's detail on the paint there, so maybe I will do that. Just use the decals. And this is a 1/32 scale USA 1 monster truck, and it's a snap kit. But I got it mostly for the tires and wheels because I want to build a little hot rod. Let's see, it's called a mini hot rod puller. And they are small versions of the big puller tractors, tractor pull tractors. But they look more like a go-kart with a huge engine in it. And their tires aren't as big, of course, as the regular tractors. And so I think this is going to be just a perfect size. So we'll see. That's what I'll just put different tires on this because I've got enough tires that I should have some mean looking tires. And then this, it's a little GTO I picked up. And I picked it up mostly because I felt sorry for it. I think I paid $5, and the box is there, but all the parts are there. You know, the major parts are there, and if not, I've got engines and axles and things like that. I'll probably paint it red so that I don't have to fight the red. But we'll just see how that goes. It's looks like it's all there. I didn't really worry about the decals or the instructions because it's a, you know, I could use Chevelle instructions, which I'm sure I have. Just anything from this era will be about the same. And so that'll definitely be a build before the box completely deteriorates. And then I've been wanting one of these, a Corvette Grand Sport. And so I was able to pick one up, and it's actually the Revell kit. So it should be, it should look just about like that when it gets done. And it's old enough that it doesn't have the stuff on the bottom. It's got some detailing I can do. And it says 2012, which isn't too old. So, but I was real happy to find that too. And then my wife insisted I buy this Weirdos, which I was okay with because I just love building these things. Getting their eyes so that they look just like that. It wasn't $30, but it was a decent price. And I always like these. They're just so much fun because of the lack of scale, I guess. And then I wanted one of these for a long time. I found one at a decent price. So the Hawkeye AWACS type plane. It's in 1/72 scale, so I can hang it in my garage without any trouble at all. It actually has decals with it, so and it looks like it's all complete. At least the major parts. I might have to build a cowl or something, and so that's it for this part of my stash. And I got a little bit coming up at the end here. I forgot all about this big one. It's a 1/12 scale 4.5 liter Bentley from 1930, and of course it is also in an open-wheeled race car, as such they had there. And so let's see if I can get the car itself in the frame. Pretty much. I've never built a 1/12 scale car of this magnitude. So I'm gonna have to see what detailing I can come up with. I already know I'm gonna have to do something about wire wheels because I don't like the way the plastic ones look. They do not look like this. But I checked, and just to buy them from somebody else making them is right at $100, and that's more than I paid for the kit, so that's an iffy deal. But I am looking forward to building it. It should be a nice build. Be a lot of painting. It's a big model. And I just happened upon that at the IPMS swap meet. And then, whoops, sorry about that. I touched the camera. Then while I was in Tulsa, I happened upon the Ollies there and picked up one of these nice little Barris T-buggies. It's always nice to get something that's a fairly recent kit. Corvair engine, which I think I have a all chrome Corvair engine around, so I may use that. And I didn't know you could build it different ways, so we'll see how that goes when I get to it. And I picked up one of the Undertaker dragsters. Yep, just couldn't resist. It's it's just one of those things that I really like show cars. Not as much as Kim does in Denmark, but I do like them. I've got a little separate stash of them that are built. And then this most recent edition is from Amazon, actually. And because of the eggplane builds, I wanted to build one of the tanks that's a little cartoony tank. And so I found this on Amazon and just decided to order it and then see how it goes together. That's personally me, have not had good luck with main kits, but you never know. This one may be a little different. It'll be a nice little build. It's I guess they build these based on games, which I don't play, but I don't mind building a tank as long as I don't have to translate. So that is it for this build, or this stash ad. I hope to keep this up and keep up my building. And so please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like my video. I like my videos. I would like you to like my videos too. And if you comment, I will answer it or at least acknowledge it at some point. I may or may not do it right away. It just depends. I have to get back into a schedule of that. So thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you later, I hope.